Well, that's what happens. That's what happens when you make the game into a basketball game. You can score late, you can concede late. I think when I look at Liverpool and what they're missing, they're certainly missing Trent's passing ability at right back. They're certainly missing Luis Diaz, who scored 2 for Bayern today. He's a player that takes Liverpool up the pitch. But they've lost control of games. That's the big takeaway from the start of the season up till now, where when you watched Arne Slot's team last year, they would slow the game down. They would dictate the pace of the game. You saw the Real Madrid game tonight. They just popped some 5-yard passes around and took the sting of any sort of threats that might came their way. That was Liverpool last season. They kept the ball for fun. They slowed the game down. They were good in transition when needed to be. They scored good goals. They were arrogant in a good way. They were confident, and that's something you can never measure. Now you're watching a team that's lacking in confidence, because if you had to ask Liverpool fans before the game, would you take a draw at Stamford Bridge? Probably. But, you know, I was on call for the Arsenal game today, and they absolutely dominated West Ham in an amazing manner. You watch Liverpool now, you just think they need to go back to basics. I've seen Kirkes, and that's the difference when you play for a club like Bournemouth or a club like Liverpool. Kirkes last week against Crystal Palace kicked the ball out for a throw-in. You can't do that when you play for Liverpool. You give up a goal. Andy Robertson had his hands on his thighs at the end of the game, totally switched off. I'm not sure if that was tiredness or an injury, but he should have done better. So you're watching so many things like Liverpool, like Stevie said, where it's individual mistakes, it's a lack of confidence, it's conceding late goals, it's not controlling games, which is the main thing. And I think that's the biggest worry for Arne Slot, how his team now are turning every single game into a basketball match.